I just don't think at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's alright, okay.
I hope some watch them for a bit and just...
Yeah, watch them, yeah.
Watch them.
I think that's a good idea, Sam. Girls, just very quick start with Annie. Can I see your 5, the ones that you've chosen with your story? And actually, this...
Trying to figure out
Yeah. If you could, what would be really helpful is to tell us the story that you thought of that made you feel like, could either be as your character, Evangeline, or as you, Annie, a story. And as you're telling it, if you could go into those 5 poses, it just kind of breaks down for Sam as well, like
just trying to think of my...
how it works.
If I start standing up.
That's all right.
Oh, 5.
Okay.
My story. What did I use? It might have been the twin one.
Yeah, do it. And if you need to repeat, say a certain move that you've done is like 4th in the sequence and you want to repeat it again, just do it. Just go with what you want to do.
Do you want a change of music?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. When you're ready, Annie, and then we'll have a little look.
The storytelling part's not going to be very good.
Don't worry, you should have seen us in physical theatre. We were trying to tell stories. It's a bit like rubbing your head and patting your tummy or the other way around.
Do you want me to just explain like why each move is relevant?
Afterwards.
You can do that afterwards.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Alright. Well, when I was 6, found out I was supposed to be a twin. But the twin died. Seeing my mum not after the twin, but before. My mum miscarried. And then when she first told me, I was like really upset and thought it was my fault. And so I was a bit sad. And then she said that if I hadn't have been greedy in the womb, that she wouldn't have me. God, I've forgotten. Talking, I've forgotten.
Sorry.
Yeah, that she wouldn't have me. And then she basically told me that it was alright because she would prefer to have me than more children. Well, not always one, but no other girls. Yeah, so...
It's alright.
So yeah.
It's not easy to remember.
Took me a while to think about it. Like, be okay with it. But in the end of it, you realise it wasn't my fault. It was the father's womb.
It was the wrong womb.
I am being the womb.
So Annie, can you like?
It's so hard to talk in
It is. No, we had to do. What was it? Actually with Abby Smart, we partnered up, and I had to tell her the story of Little Red Riding Hood while we were doing 5 moves to go with that story. And it is. You're like, and then hold on, wait a minute. I'm in my 4th one.
And then I forget the story, and then it's like.
And it is when you first start this process, it is really jarring. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but the more you do it, yes, yeah, yeah. And that's like quite like a personal one as well. But it's amazing what you're doing with your body without even thinking about it. That I've put on camera. You're just doing certain little like idiosyncrasies that we can use. Okay, so you were going to tell us what those 5 moves meant, Annie. What was the reasoning behind them? Yeah, and tell us what each one was. I was going to ask you last week, but I thought we've just watched the sequence first.
This one was kind of like not really understanding that it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, okay.
Like there was part like I'm being pushed to like that's my mum pushing saying that it's not my fault, and that's like my brain saying it is my fault. Basically, kind of thing. Because I was a kid and didn't understand. And this bit is me feeling that obviously more childlike. And then that bit was me. So there was part of me that was like, for a while I did blame myself, and my mum was like, no, it's my fault, and I was like, yes it is. So that bit's another argument with mum.
Okay, yeah.
Saying that it is my fault, and then starting to kind of accept it. Like being more comfortable with it, and then
Sorry.
the end bit's just like,
Have a care.
then that one was just kind of like, I'm over it now. Still a bit sad. That's more like I've missed out on a cool thing. Because I thought it could be really cool. So then that bit's like, oh, I've missed out on a twin, but it's not my fault. But I'll just move on to I've got a brother, so that'll be good.
Yeah. And you started standing up, didn't you, as well?
Yeah.
So you've worked in the different levels. It's kind of really interesting because the second one you're down again, and it's kind of like almost
Normally you think it would go in reverse. But
yeah. But you're going back to almost like it's like a cycle of life. Yeah. That's great. Wicked. Cheers.
Your turn.
Thanks, Annie.
What am I doing? Going through.
Going to your story. Tell your story first and do it the action as much as you can remember.
Okay, so when I was little, I had really bad like OCD, and it was worse when I was going to bed. So I was laying down in bed, and I couldn't sleep unless I'd tapped all of the things on my bed, teddies and pillows. But it had to be 4 times, and then I'd go back to bed, and it had to be another 4 times, and it'd be 8, and it couldn't be 8, so weird. Then I'd have to make sure my light was on and then off, and then it had to be on and off again. And then finally, I'm going to start with, in between there was like,
Alright.
this guy is so annoying. And then, yeah, then I'd go back to bed. And that's fine.
And I go, yeah, so you basically kind of also described why you did the moves really as well at the same time. So what was the first one, sorry?
The first one was lying down.
Yeah, lying down. So when you were
in bed, and then the second
pushing.
one was like the tapping,
Yeah.
which wasn't actually like that tall. It was more like 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, just,
That's quite nice. Just can you repeat that? Just
Yeah.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,
and
2.
then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then
Yeah, because it looks like you can't help but
I
do
couldn't
that.
do
Which is,
because
yeah.
I just did 4 3 times, and it can't be 3. It has to be 4, so I have to do it again. But that's fine.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then yeah, then before that I did it last week. I was like this because it would annoy me so much. It would wind me up. Like even though I wanted to stop, I was still doing it. So it's like, and then to turn the light switch off, and then back to bed.
Cool.
And yeah, that's that.
Nice one. Thank you. That's, again, it's really interesting. I mean, again, when you repeat certain things. I mean, I know with yours you were definitely repeating because that's what you had to do. But even if you repeated a couple of the other ones, that just constant repetition.
Like the lying
Repetition
down
moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Repetition of moves is always visually pleasing.
Yeah, Pina Bausch did it. I was saying last week. And with the more you repeat, the different interpretation comes out when people are watching it. They're like, why? And you do it differently. You can't help yourself. You can't ever do it the same time and the same way each time. So something else comes out each time you're doing it. So we will be doing these moves and repeating. You'll be like, why are we repeating these moves? But the more you do it, something else comes out that you don't even realise. And then we'll play it back and show
And it
you.
makes sense to mine, so I was repeating everything anyway.
Yeah. Yours is literally repeating, in the actual story.